This is probably the most important video you could ever share. And because we're talking about politicians and media, I'm going to take out the puppets here and make it simple. So from the CSO in Ireland, this is direct, and we've got the deaths counted with positive PCR. We've got the demographics of Ireland. For under 70s, as an overall group, there's around 600 dying and 4.4 million people, 0.014%. That's a 1 in 7,500 risk. Around the risk of death from poisoning or gases in the US risk tables. For under 50s as a group, around 70 and 3.4 million, 0.002%, a 1 in 50,000 risk. Around the risk of death from fire or smoke. Under 25s, the CSO put nothing because it's less than 5 and they won't tell us the number. And that's out of 1.65 million people, 0.00018%, a 1 in 500,000 risk if we guess at a figure of 3, a quarter the risk of death from falling downstairs or off step ladders. 50 to 60 bracket, around 130 and 600,000, 0.02 approx, 1 in 5,000 risk. But note that these are with positive PCR, not from COVID necessarily. And the real world risks are much, much lower than what I've shown if the person in question is healthy. One last thing, in real world excess death or actual death, and these numbers may change slightly, in reality the 2017-18 mortality in Ireland was around the same as 2020, our big epidemic year. And the April 2020 peak for COVID was around the same as the January 2018 peak. So in real world, the risk in a sense was zero compared to 2018. So share to them and ask the question, with for example the Johnson & Johnson showing a 1 in 10,000 risk of blood clots, why on earth would they be mass medicating these groups with that risk reward compare?